And you don't want to lose that business.
No, no, you need to have that ability to go to the banker and stretch it and work with them. And bankers, my experience with bankers is that they like to see people stretch their elastic and then see it come back.
Yeah.
And that's where you gain credibility with.
Of course, because they're lending you. If you are a good borrower, it's wonderful.
Absolutely.
But they're known for their nerves.
Yeah.
And sometimes stupid decisions, like pulling the plug.
Yeah.
Has that ever happened to you?
No. No, I can't say that's ever happened to us. We've never encountered those situations. Whenever we've stretched ourselves out, we always would sit down with them, tell them this is what we're doing, this is where we're going, this is why this is happening, and this is how much time it's going to take to bring us back. And we respected what we said we would do.
And let's talk about the art of sales, because you're known as a great, great salesman and a very convincing guy.
Yeah.
You would think that in something this industrial,
Yeah.
that somebody could order out of a catalog and not even talk to how does sales work when something is so objective? It's not like selling a meal in a restaurant. It's very objective, right? The tolerance, the
but at the
width.
same time, it's a commodity. And commodity salespeople are interesting animals. They're people that are with their customers. They're always keeping them informed on what the market is doing. Is it coming up? Is it coming down? What do you think? What do you see? I sit down with customers and I have information for them, and I want them to make the best informed decisions as possible, as I would. I often put myself in the other guy's chair, and if I'm sitting in front of this guy and he's blah blah blahing about how good he is and everything, but what really good information is he bringing me? And I try with our teams of
or what information does he want?
Exactly.
That's another thing.
Yeah. Well, for that you've got to have ears, right?
Yeah. And so do you occasionally swoop down and steal another guy? You're getting your customer from somebody else, right? Somebody else had him before.
Oh, no. Don't get me wrong here. It is not somebody else's customer. He is a customer.
You don't do cold calling? And
oh, yeah, we do that. But I never consider somebody to be owned by a supplier. I never consider that. I've had competitors come to me and say, hey, you watch yourself because that's my customer. And, I'll sit down with the guy and I'll say, when we spoke together, he never mentioned that you were his only supplier. There's
so you don't give in to that?
No.
And I want to get back because of that. You and your partner, when you turned down the company that was muscling in on you, they did make you pay a price. There's a price to be paid for a kind of integrity, finally, kind of courage. They cut you off, and they tried to sort of.
Oh yeah, and then all of a sudden we're looking at our sales, and we figure our sales are going to go from here to there, and we need product to sell. So that's what brought us to Asia. It's what's brought us initially to go to Taiwan at first.
And since quality is very important, you went to the emerging economies after all to maintain quality of supply. Have you developed, because we can assume there's such a thing as having a nose when you're buying thoroughbred horses, or when you're buying a corn harvest or something. Is there such a thing as an eye and a nose for good plumbing? Can you?
Yes, there is. I think the eye is for the factory, because we visited so many factories over the years that I can walk into a factory now and say, "Whoa, this is this is at a high level." And funny story, I walked into one in China in November, and I said, "Whoa, we're going backwards." And just this week, we have issues with the quality of the product that we're buying from this factory.
So you were right.
We should have listened to my instinct. But sometimes in the type of product that we import, we do a battery of tests on them. But just sometimes there's something that's overseen that you've never heard of before, and there's something that breaks in a way that you've never.
You have to do, I assume, stress. It's not that easy. You have to do stress tests and so on. It's metal. It's heavy metal.
Yeah.
Hard to know what's in there. I mean.
Well, we when it's a copper alloy, we have them tested. We want to know if they're cheating on the on the degree of copper that there's in this alloy. because we want to keep our copper levels very high. It has some real benefits for us. Yeah, I'd say quality control over the years has been something that we have another philosophy, is that we want to sleep at night. And so if we bring in stuff and it's so-so, and then we have issues with it, that keeps us up at nights. And that, you know, that can be a very small problem. A 15-cent fitting could turn into $5,000–6,000 of claims, and then multiple claims, and now you have to deal with them.
And I remember Buckminster Fuller, this is just coming back to me, years ago, he would say, when he was talking about the three-wheeled car and all kinds of things he was inventing, he was saying, you know, we have a four-wheeled car because horses had four legs, there's no other reason.
Yeah.
And he said plumbing, he talked about it, he said plumbing hasn't changed since the Roman Empire. Why is that? And I want to ask you, has it improved over the past few years? Many technologies, I mean, the coaxial cable is not as good as fiber optic cable, obviously.
Yeah.
Do we have major improvements in plumbing? Have they occurred, or is it the same old stuff, basically?
There's plumbers by nature are conservative people, and they are very, very difficult to change to new technologies. There are new technologies and plastic technologies that are arising, and that they're coming in strong. But the plumbers in general, the end users, they're used to using, let's say, copper fittings and soldering, and they like the finish, and it's an excellent product. It's you know, it doesn't leave anything in the water. The water that flows through it doesn't, you know, isn't affected by lead or other products that we're now very sensitive to. Plastic, I find that I go to some places, you know, some new homes, and I taste their water, and I go, It's not the same water as I have at home, where everything is copper. It's
I see. So it's not an improvement. It's just a cost saving.
Oh, it's a labor thing. It's a huge labor thing. This PEX and all of these other products, much easier to install. The plumber doesn't have to be good anymore. You know, he's just got these clamps and click, 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 and he's gone.
So that's the advantage.
It's an advantage. It's a labor advantage.
But we lose something else in durability.
Yes, I believe so.
And this is our favorite final question. It's our chef and the fridge at home question. And I like to ask chefs what they have in their fridge at home when they're not at the restaurant. Now, when your toilet blocks up at 3 a.m., are you able to fix it?
Oh yeah. Yeah? It's funny, yes, I've been at it for a while, and we've fixed problems over the past. You know, I've been involved in troubleshooting. I've been involved in issues as a company. So when I have an issue at home, yeah, usually I can take.
You take the old rotor out and just do
it
yourself.
Or else I'll go rent one, or I don't have one, or I'll figure something out. Yeah, there's all kinds of. We've done some innovative things in my house.
I'm sure. Yeah. Well, Michel Bond, thank God somebody's taking care of the plumbing, as they say in the U.S. government. So thank you so much. Long life to you and to your company, to BMI.
Thank you very much.
Michel Bond was our guest this week on Entrepreneurs, the Dobson series of the World Show. I'm Bob Scully. Have a great week. Thanks.